What if I told you that one of the greatest empires in history wasn't just built on conquest, but on tolerance? The Persian Empire, centered in modern-day Iran, wasn't just one empire. It was a series of powerful dynasties that lasted from the 6th century BCE all the way to 1979. And it all began with the rise of the Achaemenid Empire. Around 550 BCE, a man named Cyrus the Great changed history forever. Starting as the leader of a relatively small tribe in Persis, Cyrus went on to conquer massive kingdoms like Media, Lydia, and Babylon. But here's the interesting part: he didn't rule through fear like many conquerors did. Instead, Cyrus ruled through respect. He allowed conquered people to keep their religions, customs, and even their local leaders. Think about that for a second. At a time when most empires crushed resistance brutally, Cyrus was building loyalty. And it worked. His empire became one of the most stable and diverse the world had ever seen. Now, let me ask you, do you think an empire today could survive using that same strategy? Beyond governance, the Persians were incredibly innovative. They built one of the first organized postal systems, allowing messages to travel quickly across vast distances. They also created road networks that connected their enormous empire. Communication, logistics, administration, they were ahead of their time. Cyrus is also believed to have followed Zoroastrianism, one of the earliest monotheistic religions. Its ideas like heaven, hell, and judgment after death may sound familiar, and that's because they likely influenced later major religions. After Cyrus, his son Cambyses II expanded the empire even further by conquering Egypt. But it was Darius the Great who truly transformed Persia into a superpower. Darius reorganized the empire into provinces governed by officials called satraps. He introduced standardized currency, making trade easier across regions, and built incredible infrastructure, including royal roads that stretched for thousands of kilometers. And then there was Persepolis, a magnificent ceremonial capital designed to showcase the empire's wealth and diversity. Delegations from across the empire would arrive bringing tribute, symbolizing unity under one ruler, the King of Kings. But no empire rises without challenges. In 498 BCE, Greek cities rebelled against Persian rule, leading to a series of conflicts we now call the Greco-Persian Wars. One of the most famous moments, the Battle of Marathon, where the Persians were unexpectedly defeated. Later, Xerxes I, Darius's son, launched a massive invasion of Greece. His army was enormous, one of the largest the world had ever seen. He even managed to capture and burn Athens. But despite early victories, the campaign ultimately failed. These wars drained Persia's resources, weakened its control, and marked the beginning of its decline. It's a reminder that even the most powerful empires can be brought down by overextension. So here's another question: was Persia defeated by its enemies or by its own ambition? After about 200 years of dominance, the Achaemenid Empire fell to one of history's most famous conquerors, Alexander the Great. But interestingly, Alexander didn't just destroy Persian culture, he admired it. He adopted Persian customs and even incorporated elements of their administration into his own rule. After his death, control of the region passed to his general, Seleucus I Nicator. But Persian identity didn't disappear. It came roaring back with the Parthian Empire. The Parthians became fierce rivals of Rome, blocking its expansion eastward for centuries. But internal conflicts eventually weakened them, making way for the rise of the Sasanian Empire. The Sasanians sought to restore the glory of ancient Persia. They revived traditions, strengthened Zoroastrianism, and built a powerful state. However, they were locked in constant warfare with the Byzantine Empire. Decades of war left both sides exhausted. And that's when a new force emerged. In the 7th century, Arab armies defeated the Persians at the Battle of Al-Qadisiyah. This wasn't just a military defeat, it marked a turning point in history. Islam spread across the region, gradually replacing Zoroastrianism. But here's the fascinating part: Persian culture didn't vanish. Instead, it blended into the Islamic world, influencing art, science, language, and governance in powerful ways. Even after invasions by groups like the Mongols, Persia continued to evolve. Then, in 1501, The Safavid dynasty reunited Iran and made Shia Islam the official religion, something that still defines the country today. The Safavids turned Iran into a major world power once again, rivaling the Ottoman Empire for centuries. But over time, external pressures, especially from the expanding Russian Empire, reduced its territory. Iran remained a monarchy for centuries until the Iranian Revolution in 1979, when it became an Islamic republic. So when we look back at the Persian Empire, what stands out most? Yes, it was powerful. Yes, it was vast. But its greatest legacy might be something else entirely, the idea that a diverse empire could be held together not just by force, but by tolerance, organization, and respect for different cultures. And maybe that's why its influence is still felt today. If you made it this far, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think was the biggest reason for the rise and fall of the Persian Empire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next story.